Good afternoon to all my viewers. Today I'm going to be talking about the integration of various disciplines. In this universe, nothing is standalone. Nothing can operate by itself. Everything is dependent on another thing. So we are in a universe which is a codependent universe, which is an interdependent universe. So any discipline, if you look at astrology, cannot be a standalone discipline. Astrology has been linked with numerology for a long time. They are completely integrated into each other. If a person says I'm only a numerologist, then the person is not looking at other aspects. And the take that I take is I integrate astrology with psychology, because in astrology we are looking at how the mind functions, and what is the path laid out for the individual. And in psychology, in a scientific way, we will do the same thing. So everything is integrated. I also link it to numerology and even astrocartography for that matter. So we're living in an interdependent universe. Everything has an effect. Every discipline is connected to the other discipline in some way or the other. Astrology is connected with astronomy and astrophysics and so many other astro disciplines which I don't even know about, but everything is connected. So if a person looks at a very narrow perspective about of things, then they don't get the whole picture. Same way, our human body is an integrated whole. It is, the mind and the body and the spirit are not different entities which need to be looked at from different points of view. So medical science, for example, initially started differentiating between the mind issues and the body issues, and was only looking at physical ailments and physical problems, whereas physical problems had a basis in the mind. And later on, the discipline of psychology came up. Even then, it was a compartmentalized approach to science, to medicine, in which psychology looked only at the mental issues, and the regular medicine looked at the physical issues. A few years ago, scientists realized that you cannot be looking at the human body by compartmentalizing it. So everything is integrated. You have to see the entire human body as a whole. You cannot be just saying that, okay, I want to study the mind and I'm going to focus on the brain and the mind, and I want to study the body, and that's it. So then came the psychosomatic problems, which is problems related to your psychological issues, which develop in the soma, which is the body. So everything is integrated. From a spiritual point of view, we look at the soul, which is the spirit, the mind and the body, as an integrated whole. So when we approach, in my approach, for example, to astrology and psychology, I am looking at the mind, body, spirit connect here. I'm looking at the entire human being as an integrated whole, not as somebody who needs to go for a separate, for different people for different issues. So please understand, when you look at my videos and come to me for consultations, I'm going to be giving you a very holistic approach to your life, which would be targeting your mental issues, your psychological issues, your physical issues, and your spiritual issues. So what differentiates us from animals? What differentiates human beings from animals? The only one thing, please feel free to give me your inputs on this, and then you can see the rest of my video, because I'm going to give you the answer there. What is it that differentiates us from animals? The only one thing that we have, animals have mental ability, they have physical senses, they can feel pain, pleasure, all of that. They have emotions, and all these three things human beings also have. Why are we at the top of the food chain? Why are we the superior species in this universe? There's only one thing which differentiates us from other species in this universe, and that is, please answer if you have the answer. Tell me, what is it? What is it that differentiates us from every other species in this universe? There's only one thing that differentiates us from other species, and that is our spiritual capacity. which sits on top of our physical, mental, emotional, psychological, intellectual abilities, and that is our spiritual ability. So if in this human life you have not explored your spiritual side, and you have not lived the life you have not benefited from a human existence, you have wasted your existence if you have just lived at the physical plane, at the mental plane, at the emotional plane, and at the intellectual plane. So the spiritual plane is the highest plane, the most difficult to acquire, but it is definitely within our capacity to do so. That is why meditation, any kind of a spiritual practice, is very important for everybody, to be able to resolve the other planes which lie below the spiritual plane, which is the mental, physical, emotional, intellectual. All of these are below the physical plane. So look at the human body as an integrated whole, as something which has all these aspects, and at the top of all of this is the spiritual aspect. So I'm going to be talking more about these interesting things about life. Think about this, give me your comments on the comment section, and tell me what is it that you do, what do you do to integrate your mind, body, spirit. What are the disciplines that you follow? What have been your experiences? I would like to learn from you too. So thank you so much, and please subscribe to my channel, which is www.roshnienlighten.com, and I have a book on positive psychology which is called What is Right With You? Test Drive Positive Psychology. Please feel free to order a copy if you like so, and thank you so much for watching. Please do subscribe, and thank you so much for the